and welcome back again to a Rocket Lab Saturday. So, I'm really excited because this Rocket Lab Saturday, not only are we going to be going over a little bit about the upcoming Capstone mission, but I have a lot of other news in regards to Rocket Lab that I want to share with you. So again, I've been on Twitter lately, and some of you have made comments, about the delay and the disappointments in regards to the delay. And I totally understand it because it is disappointing to see Rocket Lab keep pushing back the date. But then again, I want to reiterate, I don't really think it's Rocket Lab. It has to do with the customer, in this case, NASA, being ready to get this Capstone up there. So not Rocket Lab's fault at all for the delays, in my opinion. The only way it could be Rocket Lab's fault is the weather, but even then it's still not Rocket Lab's fault. It would be Mother Nature's fault. So this delay for me is not a big worry. The Capstone mission is going to happen. In fact, it is scheduled to happen on June 25th. Now, keep fingers crossed with that date. That would be next Rocket Lab Saturday. We should be watching the lunar Capstone mission launching, and hopefully it won't be too late here in the United States, and I will do a recap of my thoughts on the launch. I've also had some comments how they are disappointed with the amount of launches that Rocket Lab has procured so far this year. I admit I'm disappointed too. In fact, I am so disappointed. I think that Rocket Lab should change their name. Yes, Rocket Lab should no longer be called Rocket Lab. They should be called Space Lab. I think that sounds better, don't you? I mean, after all, Space Systems has been their #1 source of generation in revenue. Their Space Systems have just gone crazy. Their revenue has increased like 140-something% year over year and counting. So this Space Systems revenue is generating way more than what their rocket launching revenue is going to be. Not only that, but Peter Beck himself said that the majority of their revenue in the future, they plan, will be coming from their network of space systems. All those companies that they have been acquiring, Solar Arrow and just all these companies are coming together to be a part of the picks and shovels in the space industry. In regards to Space Systems, Ball Aerospace has actually gotten Rocket Lab to do the solar array panels for an upcoming glide mission for NASA that's supposed to take place in 2025. Now, Rocket Lab would not have been able to do that had it not been for the Space Systems and that pick and shovel approach that I have mentioned before in a previous Rocket Lab Saturday video. So I know a lot of you all are so focused on these launches, and yes, launches are super cool to watch, but keep in mind that a lot of revenue these days is being generated from Space Systems. And Space Systems, my goodness, you could sell it rain or shine. You don't have to worry about the weather or delays or anything. Space Systems is just, it's a product. You could sell it to the customers. This is fantastic. I think this is a great move by Rocket Lab. And again, I love Rocket Lab, but I still think my idea of Space Lab is kind of cool because after all, they are wanting to touch on all things space, right? Peter Beck himself said he wants a Rocket Lab stamp on everything that's going to be going in space. From basically the solar power to the photon buses, to the separation systems, to flight navigation software. All of this is part of the grand scheme of things with Rocket Lab. And again, I think my idea of Space Lab is pretty darn cool. Let me know what you think about Space Lab in the comments below. Not that, anybody at Rocket Lab is going to see this and be like, hey, let's call ourselves Space Lab. But I think it sounds pretty cool. That's just my opinion. So another thing I want to touch base on in regards to this space system is bringing in so much revenue. Rocket Lab, back in Q1, they basically got this $143 million contract with Globalstar to build 17 Photon spacecraft buses, okay? So this is part, again, of the picks and shovels movement with Rocket Lab that they're heading in, and they are able to touch so many space companies' lives with their products, and that's another reason why I think investing in Rocket Lab is a great choice, because it's not just launches, okay? It's everything space. And if you're a big space fan like me, you can't go wrong with that. Now here's some good news. After the Capstone mission coming up, hopefully will be taking place on June 25th, unless there's another delay, but let's hope not. So hopefully this Capstone mission is on June 25th, but guess what? Right after that, they will be doing a whole nother launch. I'm not exactly sure as to who they are launching for. My guess it would be maybe it's that second Synspective launch, or maybe it's something on the fly for Black Sky. Didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. So I don't know, but I do know that I am excited about this next second launch right after Capstone. I think we deserve it, right? We, the viewers, we deserve to see another launch. We've been waiting so long for these launches that I want to see another launch. And now, as far as when are they going to do another helicopter catch, I haven't really heard anything yet. If you've heard something, be sure to leave it in the comments below, but I've been searching around, and I haven't heard any news on when the next one for that is going to be. Who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us with this helicopter catch after Capstone. That would put like the cherry on the top, right? But maybe not. But no matter what, at least we're starting to get some launches in for this quarter. Like I said before in previous videos, I think that the launch cadence will be picking up more towards the end of this year and going into 2023. I'm really excited for the first launch from Wallops Island, Virginia. That is slated for December. However, as I mentioned before, I don't think it's going to be December. I think it'll happen in 2023. So always take launch dates with a grain of sand, not salt, because more than likely they will change. As far as the stock price goes, I have said that, may the fours be with us. Yeah, so apparently the fours have been staying with us a little bit longer than I would like, but at least we're not in the threes. We're not in the terrible threes. So that is something that I'm happy about. Lord knows if it drops to the threes, I will definitely be buying, because I think that's a great deal for Rocket Lab stock if it's really going to the threes. I don't think it will. If it does, it would be like a really quick dip. So if it does dip to the threes, take advantage of that. That's all I've got to say as far as the price in the threes. But let's go ahead, check out the chart, and let's get a better idea of maybe where this could be going in the short term. So let's go check it out. All right, and first things first, we are sitting at about $4.18 a share as of Friday market close of June 17th. Now, look at this big candle here. That is quite a big drop, as you can see here. That's a lot of selling pressure. I do believe that if we do go down into the threes, we are not going to stay in the threes very long. I think we will bounce back up and into the fours, especially with the upcoming lunar Capstone mission. So that is something to keep in mind if you are looking to average down. Definitely take advantage of any drops that we have around Monday and this upcoming week, as we should have that nice launch to catapult us forward, and the launch that's taking place after that Capstone mission as well.
Now I want you to pay attention to this area right here. I believe we will see it drop down from here a little bit more due to the heavy selling pressure, and then onwards and backwards bounce back up. So back up right after the Capstone mission or just before it, but there will most likely probably be a dip right after here. So right in there might be a good buying opportunity. Due to this heavy selling pressure here, I think it's going to continue just a tad more before going back up.
And I know last Rocket Lab Saturday, I did say I would be releasing a video on the upcoming Capstone mission, all about Capstone and just Capstone. However, I had a bit of a delay in getting that out as I kind of hit my head, literally, and had a bit of a wee concussion, so I wasn't able to get around to the final editing. I had to rest for a while and all that fun stuff, which really wasn't fun. As you know, if for any of you that's ever had a concussion, it's no fun at all. It hurts. I don't recommend it at all. But yeah, I'm almost done on the editing. I have been working on it a little bit here and there, and as soon as I'm done, I will publish it on YouTube and on Twitter so that you all can get a nice look at what I've been working on. Now, I do have something I want to share with you. I have a new mascot for Stock Trek. Yes, she will be the representative of Stock Trek Girl, and may I present you with her right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the new face of Stock Trek. This is Jhansi. And Jhansi, she's a big fan of this channel. And if you happen to like the new mascot for Stock Trek, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and she will send you a high paw. Yeah, so this little girl here has been what's been keeping me so busy lately. I'm sure you know, any of you that ever had puppies, they are a lot of work and need a lot of time and attention. So it's been very difficult to pry myself away from this beautiful golden to be able to do these videos, but thankfully she lets me, right? So she also is excited to be watching the upcoming lunar Capstone mission, and she will be wearing her lunar Capstone Rocket Lab to the Moon t-shirt, so I'll be sure to share that with you all. And be sure to follow me and Jhansi on the Stock Trek Girl Twitter at Stock Trek Girl. All right, until next time, live long and prosper.